I don't see any reason why Jack Little is not the next guy to get called up to Los Angeles, other than the fact that he is not on the 40-man, because he has been the best pitcher. End of discussion for AAA Oklahoma City. I'm going with the guy that has zero question marks to this point. He is almost like Mr. Automatic, okay? Jack Little is the all-time saves leader for a career at Stanford. Stanford is as blue blood as it gets in college baseball. There have been, like Jack McDowell, and there's been how many great pitchers come through that system at Stanford, okay? So to say that he's the all-time career saves leader is elite, not good, not good. That's elite. Not only that, he's also the single season saves all-time leader at Stanford. This is a guy in Jack Little. And a matter of fact, one of his pitching coaches, not really a pitching coach, but he was around a lot. He's from Las Vegas. He went to Bishop Gorman. Was Greg Maddux. So he learned how to control the strike zone, how to set up hitters from Greg Maddux. And he's very smart, obviously. He went to Stanford. Of course, he was dealing with the Tommy John rehab in 2022. Didn't pitch until 2023. Last year, then he kind of got ramped up a little bit and got ramped up a little bit and got ramped up a little bit. Got moved up to AAA. He's not on the 40-man. I don't see any reason why Jack Little is not the next guy to get called up to Los Angeles, other than the fact that he is not on the 40-man, because he has been the best pitcher. End of discussion for AAA Oklahoma City. So there you have it. There's a little bit of background information on Jack Little, the young man who just got called up to LA in the major leagues. What an honor that is. So let me congratulate him on that. And hey, I had a chance to catch up with him about a month ago. I asked him, what could Dodgers fans expect if Jack Little gets the call tomorrow? Of course, that call came this past weekend. So it is here. It is time. So here's Jack telling you what you can expect from him. So the call comes tomorrow, and Jack Little's getting called up. I see that big smile. It's hard not to wander to that spot, isn't it? Yeah. So what things do you think you're doing well enough right now to be a consistent major leaguer?
It's a great question. Just kind of going out there, getting the work in every day and really just attacking. I mean, you can only control what you can control, and I just want to go out there and, throw strikes, fill up the zone, and attack hitters, and that's all I really can do.
So Little is known for his very even keel personality. He never gets too up. He never gets too down. He doesn't really show his emotions, but there are times where his fiery competitive nature can really see through. There was one game last year in the Propeller Series, Tulsa versus Wichita, him and Dalton rushing. It really came through. So let's hear from Jack about that outing and his personality overall.
Yeah, it was a pretty special night. It was a really big spot. One run ball game in the ninth. Guys on second and third, nobody out. Get out to the mound. I'm pretty fired up, locked in, and I can't remember what he said to me, but Rush said something or shoved me in the chest like, we're going to do this. Struck out the first guy. I was like, all right, let's do it, yeah. And then once I struck out the second guy, I was like, okay, here we go. And I think the next guy was just right at him 3 pitches in a row, and I kind of let the emotion show there a little bit.
Absolutely.
It was pretty fun.
So you're known for having, this really cool demeanor, never get too high. Of course, we talked about the one time you did get high. It happens sometimes, but really, you're known for that real big time even keel. Where'd that come from?
I don't know. I think it's kind of who I am as a person. I'm never try not to get too high or too low. I try not to show the emotions too much, but when I'm on the mound, inside my head, I'm pretty fired up. I'm getting after it, but it just doesn't really show on the outside.
So as we mentioned, one of the reasons why Jack Little has flown under the radar is because in 2022, he spent the entire season rehabbing from Tommy John. He came back in 2023, really got ramped up last year in 2024. 2025 got called up to AAA Oklahoma City, and he has been absolutely dominant. So let's hear from Little about that entire process dating all the way back to his Tommy John rehab.
So it happened in 2021, kind of a strange season right after COVID. Kind of got off to a rough start, kind of hit a nice stride there, and then just started feeling some issues in the elbow, and it went, and we got the MRI and got surgery, so I missed the rest of 21. and rehabbed all of 22. It was a great group of guys there in rehab. We had a nice, I think there was like 8 or 9 of us all going through the same thing at the same time. So we had a lot of camaraderie there. We all kind of pushed ourselves, and then felt really good going into 23. My stuff ticked up, body felt good. And then dealt with a little bit of a flare up there early in 23, so I missed about half that season. But finished 23 strong, and then 24 is when everything kind of started last year, when everything kind of started to come together. Body felt good, arm felt good. Finally got through a season completely healthy, and when you're able to be out there and get the reps and not have to miss time, that's when you can really, make some adjustments, figure out what's working, and get a lot better.
So what are Dodgers fans going to see from Jack Little in terms of pitch mix? You're going to see a fastball 94 to 96. He has had a changeup in the past, but you're also going to see a slider from him. You're going to see a guy that attacks the zone and comes right at hitters. Here's Little describing that entire process.
I've always had the changeup, and it really wasn't doing a whole lot last year. So last year was mainly, 4-seam fastball and a slider, and this offseason we added a splitter. So that's, I know it'll tag it on the board as a changeup, but I'm throwing a splitter. So that's been a really nice addition this offseason to have that third pitch in there, so it's not just fastball slider.
Can you talk a little bit about your sequencing? Like, do you use your fastball to set up all your other pitches, or how do you incorporate the splitter into that and all how that works?
Yeah. So my kind of game plan, I'm coming in there, hopefully close game, big situation. I'm kind of just going to come, right at you. Fastball is my best pitch, but I like to use the other pitches to, help the fastball play up, or maybe if the fastball's not there. It's kind of like a give and take. I'm comfortable throwing all three to both sides, both hitters. So it's pretty much just a attack kind of approach.
So do you use your off speed as out pitches, or do you use them to get back to your fastball, would you say?
Both. Yeah, both.
Cool.
You can't just go out there and throw only fastballs.
Right.
But yeah, the off speed helps me get back in counts. Off speed also helps me, finish at bats, get swing and miss, and I can always lean on the fastball when I have to.
So all in all, when Jack Little finally takes the mound for the Dodgers, hopefully today on Sunday against the Giants in the rubber match in a game that the Dodgers can clinch the series against San Francisco, you're going to see a calm, cool, collected, maybe not quite so much today because it's his major league debut, but you will see a guy that does a very good job of controlling his emotions, at least outwardly. You're going to see a guy with a good fastball, secondaries that can climb him back into counts and get swing and miss and pitchers counts, and overall a guy that has been the definition of the minor league grind. He's come through the system. He got drafted a long time ago. He's had to continue to grind. He's had to overcome injury, and here he is. You saw the big smile on his face when I asked him about wandering, letting his mind wander as far as if he got that call to major leagues. When you're in his situation, when you're in his situation, and it's been as big and as long of a grind as he's had, it is truly a special moment. So congratulations, Jack Little. This is one of the most deserved promotions I've ever seen. So super proud of you, super excited for you. Can't wait to see you in the major leagues.